I built a couple of cigar box guitars and I was pretty pleased with them, but I took a sidestep and decided to build some good cigar box amplifiers. So this was the first one I built, and this is satisfactory, although it has a few quirks to it, which means that I decided not to use the second kit that I bought for my next amplifier. This is a mock vintage honeytone 9-volt battery based guitar amp. It's only a little 1-watt jobby, but it's got a nice speaker in it, it's got a reasonable sound to it, and yeah, I plan to gut this and put the innards of this inside here. This is an AVO meter, this is a 8 Mark V, I think, and it has this great big dial across the front here into a VU meter. To get a reasonable result out of that, you actually have to build a little circuit to convert the speaker inputs into a logarithmic response on the needle movement. So that's what I've been working on. Ideally, I will get the PCB out of here and get these potentiometers removed without damaging this. I have the service manual here, which tells me how to dismantle this. So I'm going to read out the instructions and try and follow them and see how we do. Okay, battery cover removed. Remove the 2 AVO seals at the bottom of the case, and also the 2 screws that will be found below the seals. That would be these then. 1. 2. Lift the case clear of the panel, taking care not to break the connections to the battery compartment. Lift the case clear of the panel. Not to damage the connection, there we go, to the battery compartment. 4. Awesome. We are in. Okay, so what can I see? These are the backs of these switch units. 1 circuit board, 2 circuit boards, meter, I suppose. Ah, interesting. You can see the ends of those bits now. Having removed the case and panel, remove the knobs for the 1 and 10k potentiometers. And place the funnel, place down on a bench. Unsolder the movement wires marked 1 and 2. Whew. Do I see anything on the P? Oh, there's 1. There's 2 there. Interesting. Those are the movement wires, are they? Here. Remove the 2 terminal screws. Lift off the tags. Remove the plastic caps from the terminal spindles. A further screw is located on the top of the switch printed circuit board, just below the 1 ohm potentiometer, here. Finally, unsolder that. Orange. Orange and red removed. Okay. I'm going to go for 2. 2 is the red movement lead. Okay, red movement lead is 2. There we go. Why is there still a black lead attached here? I don't know, but it's going to have to come off. Mysterious black lead coming off from here next to point 0. Unsolder the 2 wires connected to the 100k potentiometer. Yep, that's these 2 up here. I wonder if it matters which side they're on. Oh, there's a loose washer there from underneath that. we go. So I haven't unsoldered the film wire, so I'm being a little bit gentle with it. I'm trying to fold it back on itself. Okay, there we go. Okay, level 1 complete. Oh, wow. Okay, we're off to the end of the script now. So, I didn't manage to get this circlip off. I need to find a pair of circuit pliers somewhere, but I did find enough play in these switch banks that I could simply walk it off. There we go. Okay, so the flexible circuit board is now free of the switches. So all that should be left is the 3 wires on the back of this circuit board. There we go, cut that wire. There we go. Right, power that off. There we have it. For the innards of the AVO meter, that potentiometer needs to come out, but there we go. So I guess the question is now, what are all these wires? One of the things I had in mind was to put some lights behind here, but given how structural that faceplate is, I'm not sure how well that's going to work. I guess we could pop it off and take a look. I don't quite know what holds it on. Left hand screw, right hand pillar, left hand pillar. Don't see any wavy washers. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, being very careful now. Blimey, yeah. Regretting taking this out already. Bit of a long cut, this one. It's been a couple of days. My work on this got complicated, so I put the camera down so I could concentrate. I managed to remove the circlips that were holding in the brass posts that held on the dials on the front. Sorry, they held in the knobs on the front. So I've removed those. That was kind of interesting. They have detents on the back of them, and on the front of the unit here there's a sprung ball bearing which homes each of the regions on the multi-switch. I very carefully removed this terminal post and enlarged the hole in this 40-year-old plastic case so that it would accept a guitar jack in the corner there. I have the 3 potentiometers now mounted up here, control tone, overdrive, and also a potentiometer to allow me to trim the meter if it gets a bit too near the top end. The main potentiometer and on-off switch is down here. I've had to build quite an elaborate mounting for this now, because originally inside here was one of these. So it's a rotary switch that I've taken the switch backing off. So here's the rotating plate, the circlip holding the clip onto this brass rod. The brass rod goes all the way through into the front knob. What I did on this one, I sawed through the brass and then tried to drill it out, and that worked okay up until I got to about an 8mm drill bit, and then I started fracturing the collar on the back of the knob at the front, which left me with a difficulty of how to actually mount this. So I've had to put inside here a couple of 3D printed pieces to allow me to mesh the two sides together sensibly. And we have the insides of the amp ready to dismantle. I'm just being a bit cautious now. I need to really drill a hole for the speaker in the case, but that's a bit of a brave thing. So
I'm going to drill out another one of these post holes in the corner. But I've learned from experience with this plastic that if you don't get the drill exactly centered, it tends to stray. And I've 3D printed this 12mm drill guide with a sort of proud hexagon on top there, which is going to, I'll try and struggle to do this with the camera. It's going to fit in this hole nice and snugly so that I can guide the drill through. Anyway, that's the plan. Okay, so there we go. I've just drilled that using the drill guide, and we should have one perfectly centered hole.
right, well this is a good point to take a break. Come back for part 2 where we'll finish building the amp. Thanks for watching and stay safe.